Alright, this is Alice Madness Returns. I just made this video and it turned out my audio was all messed up and the game sounds were drowning out everything I said, so this is take 2 of this review here. So, this game is not bad, not great. I'd say it's got a niche amongst people who like platformer games, particularly the 3D kind of platformer game. But when I got this, I was expecting it to be more like the previous Alice I played. Now, I don't know how many Alice games there have been. I played the one with like American McGee's Alice or whatever a long time ago, and that game was essentially a shooter. Mostly you were just killing things. This game is not like that. This game is a platformer at its core. You do a lot of jumping. Now, I'll start initially by saying, if you are interested in this game, buy it on console if you can. This is a console game, and it is a bad PC port. The mouse control is fucking terrible, terrible, terrible. There's mouse acceleration on, and I did read some facts that you can turn this off in a config file, and I tried to do it, and it never did turn off. And so you got one speed of mouse here, and then you have a different speed of mouse here, and both of them are squirrely as hell and horrible, and it drives me absolutely crazy. Bad console port in that respect. Other than the mouse control, it's no big deal in terms of console port. So, most of this game you're running around collecting these teeth things. The teeth can be used to upgrade your weapons. So, go escape here, weapons. Now, this is kind of a shit interface, right? You'd think that the weapon upgrade would be something incorporated into the actual game, but no. You just do it in a menu. So I've got level 4's top. I got those all topped out. I might actually get my level 4 Vorpal Blade before the end of this, but I never used the Vorpal Blade much. I mostly just used the Hobby Horse if I wanted to melee, and I used a lot of the Pepper Grinder. For me, well, the combat in this game is pretty fun. There's some control issues, which I'll get into later. But for me, the thing that really kept me playing this game was that she looks awesome when she's doing this. There's just something, like, I think super cool about this fucking Pepper Grinder weapon. Like, the way it looks like a Gatling gun, that's, like, really stylish. And really, that's what this game's got going for it, is visual style. Lots of visual style. The graphics aren't great in the sense that they don't have all kinds of effects or like a high polygon count or whatever, this and that. It's not a technical demo in terms of graphics, but it's very stylized and looks nice. In particular, look at her hair, man. Her hair is so well done. I don't recall any games that have hair like that, and I mean, it's minor, but it's cool. So yeah, a lot of looting. Mostly you just loot this shit so that you know where you've been, because then you know if you've looted everything on the way, then you know if you see more crates or teeth or whatever, you haven't been there. There's some puzzles in this game, and this one I'm at right here was the hardest puzzle in the game I found, and it's not very hard. So we gotta... I don't want to hit that yet. I guess I should back up. These purple flowers signify that you should probably shrink, and again, they give you teeth when you do, so you're incentivized to shrink. And see it, these platforms up here, I can see when I'm shrunk. They're still there when you're not shrunk, which it took me a long time to realize that. I actually thought you had to keep them visible, but no, they're always there, you just can see them when you're shrunk. So usually when you're stuck in this game, that's all you do is shrink and look around, and it's pretty obvious what you need to do. So I'll do this puzzle real quick here, and like anytime you see a switch, it's so default, you just boom, drop a little bunny on there, keep it held down. Like every switch pretty much in the game, you just do that. You don't even have to think about it. So that opens, and then since I just did this puzzle's pretty easy. Uh-oh. Okay, see, that's stupid, because you know what happened there is that friggin' delay where it showed the door opening cost me the time I needed. I imagine the first time you're here, you wouldn't be ready to just jump right away. You'd probably be investigating what these switches do, so I won't judge too harshly, but that is a little bit annoying. So I'll do it again. So some of these switches have an effect where they hold down. That one's a hold down switch. Some of them you just push once and they have the effect, which is what this one is. Oh, I might have fucked this up again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable! Okay, I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. And this is a lot of what this game is jumping time puzzles. The reason I messed that up is I actually forgot momentarily what my shrink button was. Wasn't sure where the end of the platform was, so I kind of hesitated a bit. Fail. But yeah, this is the game. Is a lot of... Actually, this isn't the game. This is just the one part in the game. Very few parts in the game will get you hung up like this, at least in my experience. There we go, finally made it through. So I'm going to go on and show you a little bit of combat. There's none in this card thing. But there will be some shortly, and you'll see a couple dialogues and whatnot, but the combat, my issues with the combat, you can fight with manual aim, like so, but with the mouse control being what it is, it's really difficult because the aim is shit. Whoa, okay. The aim is shit, so there is a lock-on mechanic similar to some Zelda games. Now I can't remember exactly which one. I'm not a huge Zelda player, but I remember there are Zelda games where you have a lock-on and then your character always faces whatever you're locked on to and you just kind of dance around it. The problem with that is there is an issue with targeting. Some monsters will have defenses. So usually you want to take out the ones that don't have defenses or whatever. There's particular mobs you want to take out first. I messed that up. Particular mobs you want to take out first. And what happens is once you lock on... What the hell? My controls are not responding. That was weird. Once you lock on... Oh, are you fucking kidding me? You end up strafing either to the left or the right to dodge shit, right? Which puts you on the left of the screen and them on the right, or vice versa. So you're kind of side to side across the screen, you know what I mean? Like, they're not in front of you, it's me on the left, mobs on the right. Ah, Jesus, I did that last time too. Anyway, the problem is, when you want to switch targets, it's tab. But tab tries to target the monster that's in the center of your screen. But there aren't any monsters in the center of your screen. They're all off to the right or to the left because you're strafing to dodge their shit. And so retargeting almost always involved unlocking, going to, and then targeting the, or you know, facing the guy you want and relocking. There's a lot of that, and it's cumbersome. It's really not cool. So anytime that you needed to target specific targets, the game got frustrating. But otherwise, the combat was the most fun part of the game. It actually was pretty good. There's some interesting monsters that had some neat mechanics and do weird things, and you know, I died now and again. It's not like exceptionally hard. I only played it on normal, but it was challenging enough that sometimes I died, and that's important. And I just got totally screwed by that card. Whatever that was all about. Is this a timed thing? Are you timed? Well, what the hell? Why did you screw me before, card? Jeez. Anyway, so this is the game. I mean, there's seriously so much jumping in this game, and it's not even challenging, thought-provoking jumping. It's just jumping for the sake of it. There are so many times... Lol, what? Lol, what? jeez. That's the squirrely mouse. I blame that on. There's so many times in this game... Really? Where they just make you jump on things senselessly. And you'll see that in a minute here. In the next zone, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. This part is being a little bit squirrely on me. Now, I must add that I am not normally one to enjoy platform-style games. I don't like... I never purchased the side-scrolling platformers, ever. So, maybe that's partly why I don't like this game. I don't know. So, and here's... Sometimes there's these fixed camera spots. I don't know what's up with that. But you'll notice that her dress changed. So her dress changes every act or chapter, or whatever you want to call it. Her dress changes. So this will be the one you wear all the way up until you meet the queen or whatever we're after here. And there's these slides that are like Mario 64. But I mean, I'm not really convinced that this is like fun or good gameplay or anything. You know, like I guess it's okay that they're in the game, but this is hardly a redeeming quality, you know. Dodge the bad shit, grab the teeth. You don't even need to grab the teeth. There's no, as far as I can tell, there's no timer or anything. You're not racing. You know, I had more fun in Mario 64 racing against that stupid penguin. Damn you, penguin. But this is pretty much just chilled out. The game is, for the most part, fairly relaxing though, so I guess maybe there's some casual appeal there if you like to play relaxing games. The combat maybe not so much, but everything else is pretty relaxing, slow paced. And so we're gonna start to get kind of into a darker section here, which I like. I like darkness. Dialogue here, I think.
Back to admire your handiwork, returning to the scene of the crime.
It had to be done, Cat. You said so yourself. You and this Red Queen cannot both survive. She is a cancer in your body. Excise her or perish.
Well, she was the face of evil in the heart of darkness.
She didn't treat you too well last time. Lost your head, as I recall.
She was completely deranged. You picked up her crown, but now you've put it down. You must speak to her. What's left of her, anyway?
Anyway, the dialogue in this game is I don't know, it's your standard fare, like, we're trying to be creepy and mysterious, but they don't really pull off the creepy and mysterious too well. Alice's voice acting, I think, is good. The rest, not so much. And a lot of this doesn't even, as far as I can tell, look like Alice in Wonderland too much. Like the Mad Hatter in this game doesn't look like a Mad Hatter. He looks like a big weird troll or something. It's really weird. Now I know I can actually jump down here. The last time I did this demo I jumped down, but I'm not going to this time. I'm going to go for the crumbling bridge approach, because I think all this stuff starts falling. But here's the thing. I'm running forward and jumping. This is like so much of what this game entails. Oh, another steam vent. That's wonderful. This is what you do. You jump, steam vents, you jump. And some reason my controls are being funny. I hope my W key isn't breaking. Oh, I choked. There was a lag thing. I choked. Or maybe I'm just terrible. Anyway. Oh, it spawned me in the next platform. So here's some combat. It'll lock on. Now, see, here's what I'm talking about. Oh, stop that. Here's what I'm talking about. They're all off to the right. And if I hit tab, okay, I get that guy. I can't get the third guy in the back, because he's not on my screen. Now now I can get these two guys. Oh, now I can only get... Point being, targeting, a little frustrating. Also dodging when you're locked on. Sometimes it's like she does these circular dodges, and that's really not what I want. I would want to go in a straight direction. She gets herself into trouble by doing these circular freaking dodges. Anyway, these are the easiest mobs in the game, and you can kill them by doing anything. It just doesn't even matter. They're just harmless. And so, you know, that's the kind of mob that you'd want to target first, but targeting, like I say, can be pretty frustrating. And so here's the bulk of the game, what we're about to see here. You jump on a mushroom, you jump on a platform. You jump on another platform, you jump on a mushroom. You jump onto another platform, you jump onto a platform that's moving up and down. Now that flying thing there, I think, I could be wrong about this, but I think that's a snout. And so if you're the type of person who likes looking for secrets and secret rooms and being really meticulous about that kind of thing, you may enjoy this. There are snouts hidden throughout the world, and they make kind of a snorting sound. It's like a pig snout. And you shoot them, and then it unlocks some secret somewhere. So, you know, if you're the kind of person who likes looking for secrets, you might enjoy that. I never saw this before. But the thing about secrets is they don't really get you anything. They eat more teeth. Sometimes you get a voice clip from these memory things you pick up. But in terms of actually defeating, you know, the problem at hand, the main plot, hang on.
Here's a little something to keep your brain. What comes next in the sequence? 1, 3,
Seriously?
4,
You're gonna
7,
give me a fucking
11.
math problem while I'm recording a video? I can't think straight about this right now. Shit. Well, 1 to 3 is a 2 difference, and then it's a 1 difference. And then it's a 3 difference. And then it's a 4 difference. 2, 1, 3, 4. I don't know. Am I missing something? Two, 1, 3, 4. And then it's a 6 difference, or 2 difference, or 10 difference, or 7 difference. Oh, it's adding the previous number. So 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 plus 3 is 7, and 7 plus 4 is 11. So 11 plus 7 is 18. Alright. Sorry that took so long. That's tough when you feel like you're being watched.
Excellent.
Yeah, thanks, Kat. So these are the parts where you get more health. So on the top left, I don't know if you saw in the combat, there were some roses. Yeah, there you go. So those are my roses. I guess I get an extra one now. They go up very much like Zelda. I also have enough shit to get my stupid weapon here. So then that upgrades. Yes. And now there's no point to collecting any more teeth. And I mean, I didn't... Oh, it's all messed up. I didn't even go out of my way to get teeth at all. Like, I was not looking for secrets, and it was so easy to get everything upgraded. The upgrades are good because they have an aesthetic quality. Like, the most noticeable I thought was the pepper thingy shoots way faster and overheats way slower. So it's quite noticeable. But I'm sure you could get through the game without any upgrades, really. Or, you know, with the bare minimum, whatever you get. So, again, it's some combat here again. Some cards. These guys are also quite straightforward. Later on, you get armored cards. So a big part of the combat in this game is that some monsters have defense. Like, they'll enter a sort of invulnerable mode or a block mode, and you need to break their defense somehow. And that's why I always stuck with the hobby horse, because the whole point of the hobby horse is to break people's defenses. It breaks through block. And if they didn't have block, then I would just kill them with my gun. That's what I did, because I like the gun. So this is what you do. You pretty much just circle strafe around everything and shoot. Kill it in. Unless it's one of these monsters with a defense, and then you try and figure out a way to get around the defense. There are some mobs in this game that have some more challenging aspects, but you don't see them very often. Like, there's this one guy that when he's low turns into like this steam train with a blowtorch on the front. It just runs you down, burns you. And I never did figure out a really good way to kill that guy without taking any damage. But otherwise, for the most part, most of the combat in this game is relatively straightforward, as you just saw. And of course, oh, I'll tell you in a sec. There's going to be some more dialogue, I believe. Or not. There's this dodge mechanic, which, I mean, more or less makes you invulnerable for the duration. It's pretty good. But when you're locked on, like I was talking about before, your character has a tendency to rotate around the target and get closer and closer, which is really not what I want.
You're no better off.
When you defeated her, I tried to reclaim the castle, but I was set upon by her monstrosities. The malignant royal bitch still reigns.
I'm here to petition her. I must get inside.
The only way in is through me. Sacrifices must be made.
Those who say so usually mean they should be made by others.
Cynicism is a disease. It can be cured. Once inside, beware of the outsized killer who patrols her domain. Never confront him. He is invincible. Now cut me loose. I'll show you the meaning of sacrifice.
Yeah, and it's all very, like, the dialogue focuses on this whole trauma thing, because the story has to do with her being all traumatized, I guess. I feel like I missed a bit of what happened in the previous game, because I think there's... whatever that is. I noticed the cat mentioned the heart of... so the queen was the main evil in the Heart of Darkness, or whatever. I guess that's the previous game that I never played. So I think I'm missing some things. I never even finished the Alice, American McGee's Alice. I got maybe halfway through or 2/3 of the way through before I quit. That was a long time ago too. And it didn't really have much of a story, I don't think. Not that I recall. So it gives you a little demo of the room. And this can be intimidating. You go into the next room, and then it shows you, like, the 50 platforms you have to jump across, and you're just like, oh, fuck, I gotta jump across all these platforms across another room. It's daunting at times. Not daunting in that it's challenging, but it's just like, fuck, I don't want to do all this shit again, you know? It's like in WoW when you go to those daily quest bits, and it's like, oh my god, there's like 15 fucking daily quests here. God, I don't want to do all of it, you know?
Every picture tells a story. You wouldn't tolerate a book without pictures when you were a girl.
So you pick up these memory things with voiceovers, but they're all... again, they focus on this whole, like, creepy thing. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I'm not really a huge fan of it. Like, ooh, so she liked picture books. I don't know. There's a real focus on, like, childhood trauma. So you go through here. Do I gotta fight some guys? I don't know. Now, whenever you get stuck in this game, what you do is you shrink. See, there's invisible ink, and they always tell you what to do. They're pretty good with that. I mean, honestly, I don't like being stuck, so I'm fine with that. But at the same time, it's just repetitive as fuck. You jump on the thing, pull the lever. Come on, pull the lever. Whatever. Looks like there's a wall I can break over there. See this? This stuff comes up, but I don't know where that is. That didn't help me at all. Or a lot of the time, the camera will pull back to where you are, so you actually see what that did. But I have no idea. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because in this game, it's basically like, well, you just go somewhere. Go somewhere. It'll be the right direction. Probably. Oh. Do you hear that? Ah, good. Here we go. These are the snouts I'm talking about. Oh, secret door. Look at that. I'm not much of one for secrets. I really don't care. I'll show you what you get out of secrets. So teeth, obviously, to upgrade your shit. They're useless to me now, so I don't know why I care. Snouts give you the secrets. The memories of those little voiceovers, what they do. Radula rooms, that's where I got asked that puzzle. Normally it's not puzzles. That was weird. Normally it's like a combat, which is actually, those are some of my favorite parts. There's somewhere it just says you have to survive for, 2 or 3 minutes while they just throw monsters at you. There's some where you have to actually kill all the monsters. Those are probably my favorite parts of the game, just because I like I say, I like the combat. Then there's these bottles that do nothing. I don't know. As far as I can tell, the bottles are just useless. They're just there to pick up. So that's what you get out of secrets. So we put that down, we jump on another friggin' steam vent, maybe, and we go in our secret room. Come on. Oh, it's a key.
No bearskin rug before the hearth, no deer antlers on the wall, no taxidermic abominations in the house. Demeans the creature's dignity.
See, what is that? Fuck. I don't... maybe I'm missing something, but I just can't piece it together. I don't know who that was, for one thing, and I don't know why it matters. Or, you know, like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? No taxidermy shit on the walls? Okay. Bizarre. I guess that's the whole idea. The whole game has got a focus of just, ooh, we're so bizarre. Yeah, whatever. So, jump onto the moving platform. Jump onto the friggin' steam vent. This is this game. You do this forever. Now, there is one last thing I'd like to show you. Sure, whatever. Right, so the other ranged weapon is this teapot. It's basically a grenade launcher. Use it to break shit. See, here's one of these bottles, okay? Tell me what you think. I got the bottle. That did what? Just collecting those for the sake of it? Fuck, I hate collecting stuff for the sake of it. Ooh, it irks me so much. So much. Don't put secrets in your game like that. Alright, we're gonna get some more combat here. It's basically gonna be blowing the shit out of these guys with a grenade launcher, I guess. Actually, not what I meant to do. The camera's getting a little funky. Are you seeing this shit? A little funky. And while I like the sound of the pepper shaker shooting, I'm not really a big fan of the impact sound. I mean, I guess it's okay. Yeah, I guess it's alright. I shouldn't really complain about that. There's been worse things in games, that's for sure. But I do like the slow motion effects there. Like when she does that third wing, there's a bit of a slowdown, similar to what I'm seeing in Space Marine and one of my other reviews. I like those slow motion effects. They add a sense of strength. Now this guy's like invulnerable.
I'm an idiot. Don Quixote had a better chance with his windmills, and without risk of decapitation.
A prudent exit is no less so for being hasty.
Well, that's so for being hasty. Somebody's supposed to open a door here. Here we go. Run away! So you pretty much spend any time you see this guy running away. And there's a couple scenes like this, where it's like, oh yeah, everything's cool, and then it's like, oh no, everything's not cool at all. And you run towards the camera like a friggin' horror movie, like he's the Jabberwocky or something. And it's actually pretty difficult if you don't spam your dodge thing to stay away from it. The first couple of times I was getting hit by that guy. But yeah, I mean, this is the game. You do a lot of jumping, you break crates, loot teeth, occasionally you fight a monster. There aren't really any bosses to speak of except the last boss, which was actually just a confusing clusterfuck. I finished it and I was like, I don't even know what just happened. Like, there seemed to be checkpoints midway through the boss fight, and at one point I died, and then reloaded to a checkpoint in the middle of the boss fight with only like 3 health, because I fucked up the first bit so badly. And I was like, wow, it saved me in the middle of this boss fight with 3 health? What the hell? And I don't even know how I ended up winning. You shoot some stuff and then the boss dies and that's it. And otherwise the game's just a whole lot of jumping. So I mean, this is it. If you like what you see here, you'll like the game. Otherwise, you know, if you don't, I would just avoid it because it's just more of this. Never changes. That's it.